13 hours a day away from their working moms. Motherhood equals love, which unfortunately many kids are deprived of. Single mothers need your support. Alone we can do so little, together so much. We all know a single mom. Sponsor a mom to get a car. When you donate your car, you can get a full Blue Book tax credit. Wheels from the Heart provides free and easy car pickups nationwide. All cash donations are appreciated. Bless a working single mom today.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Welcome to Wheels from the Heart with your host, Sabrina. Wheels from the Heart is an official 501c3 that provides cars to hardworking single moms and their children. A car will help a mother and her children drive towards a better life. To donate a car, contact Wheels from the Heart at 844-GIVE-WHEELS. That's 844-GIVE-WHEELS. Now, let's get ready for the messenger of love as she educates, informs, and entertains the needs in our community. Here's Sabrina.
Hello and welcome to Wheels from the Heart Show. My name is Sabrina Barnett, and happy Halloween to everybody out there. Steve Muschlitz, an amazing man who happens to be what's your costume today, Steve?
How you doing out there? My name's Cheesy car salesman. Come on down. We're stacking them. We're stacking them deep, and we're selling them cheap. Come on down now before they're all gone. We're blowing everything out. We're selling tanks. We're selling everything, lawnmowers, anything with wheels.
And this is exactly why you have to be very careful with where you go and buy a car. Because when you're buying a used car, a new car, you have to be really careful these days, don't you? Everybody's trying to sell you something. You ask for a blue car, and what happens?
Oh, let me show you this brown tractor I have. Wait a minute, I just asked for a blue sedan, and you're showing me a tractor. No, this is the tractor. This is what you need. This is what you want. Trust me, you're going to appreciate this. This car's going up in value. This car's going to mean a lot to you in the future. This is going to be a car.
Well, I got to tell you something. That's not far from the truth. Because as a woman, the last thing I want to do is I want to go and buy a car. You know, you think it's going to be a 30-minute thing or an hour ordeal, and before you know it, it's twisted and turned, right? I mean, you know, what's you know, you take the what do you say about out of the deal?
Down here, we take the out of dealer, and what's left is deal. So you want to get rid of the so now it's dealer.
Yeah, so tell me something, Steve. You are so rounded. You do so many great things. You sell cars. You don't make a huge profit. You also say if there's a car that goes to CarMax, you'll beat any CarMax estimate, right?
Absolutely.
I go to CarMax, and I have an older car, and they give me something. I'm not really happy with it because, of course, everybody always thinks their car is valued at more than what a dealer's going to give them.
Absolutely.
What do I do? Walk me through it. I go to another dealer, a CarMax, let's say.
You go to CarMax, you get a written estimate, and then you call us. You tell us, send a picture, text a picture of that estimate, and within 5 minutes, I'll text you back how much more I'm willing to offer you for that car.
And what number do they have to call for that? It is
1-800-GIVE. Oh, the one. Actually, call the 561
right?
number. Yeah, I get confused. I have a lot of numbers.
It's those funny glasses that you're wearing. If anybody's watching us on TV, he's got the funniest glasses for Halloween. And this is what's great about Steve is you make things fun.
Absolutely. I think this radiating off my brain wave right now, but it's funny because it's the phone number would be 561. 445-7444. So 561-445-7444. So remember that, 7444. And just text me your CarMax written offer, and I'd be willing to send you a text right back within 5 to 10 minutes and tell you what more would be willing to pay. Absolutely.
So again, I know that if there anybody out there, not just women, I mean, as a woman, I don't like to have the drama because, there's enough drama in life, right? But if there's anybody out there listening, it's Country Club Autos, right?
Correct.
It's in Delray Beach, Florida.
Yeah, we're on 360 Northeast 4th Street. We're right off Federal Highway in Delray, about 4 blocks north of Atlantic. We actually really have a neat setup. When you come into our dealership, it actually has a feel of like a home.
Yes,
and
it does.
We really want people to know that, they are family. And so when they come in, it's just There's no pressure. We have a variety of cars, prices.
Tell us about that. So there's no pressure. You've got a PPP. What's your PPP mean?
Painless purchase program. So within 30 minutes, once you tell me the car you want and show me your trade, I'll tell you the bottom line, what the numbers are, and your contracts will be ready within 30 minutes. So a lot of times what happens in the dealership is you end up spending 15 hours there.
Right.
The salesman's like, let me work for you, Sabrina.
Right.
I'll be right back. Let me talk
And
to
then
my
you got to
manager.
talk to a manager.
Meanwhile,
and
the
then after
guy's
you
in the
gotta
back
talk
playing
to a
Donkey
finance
Kong.
guy and,
He's in the back playing
Yeah.
Donkey Kong or shooting
Right.
pool. He's not doing
Right.
anything for you. He's hoping that you'll sweat it out, like the Chinese water torture.
So, okay, so you've pretty much got a. Again, just if you can tell people what's your website, because you haven't told people what your.
CountryClubAutos.com.
That's with an S. CountryClubAutos.com. Anybody
'cause
out
we
there
have more
listening?
than one auto,
You're
so that's
driving
why we're
home.
S.
Your car is maybe something that you want to change. Also, if somebody's got a lease vehicle, then what? What's the whole thing?
A lot of times we can sell your car and get you out of a lease. There's a lot of ways. At the end of the day, I'll put this in writing. I guarantee I work for you.
That's awesome. And truly, I know because I've seen you in action. I've seen people walk out of there happy as can be with their car, and it's a wonderful thing. Also, if somebody doesn't have a trade-in, you are able to get cars from all over the country.
Absolutely. We pull cars from all the different manufacturers. We buy a lot of corporate lease returns, a lot of corporate executive cars that a lot of dealers can't get their hands on. This is just prior relationships, and because who we are, we've established over the last 11 years, and we've earned that. And so,
That's awesome.
They want to work with people too because they're selling cars and they want their cars, even though I'm not.
Nobody wants drama, right?
Right, exactly.
So I walk into Country Club Autos in Delray Beach, Florida, 561-445-7444, 561-445-7444.
7444.
And the website one more time is?
Country Club Autos with an S, because we don't have one auto, we have many autos.
And that's another thing. If I say I want to have a car that you may not have in stock, then what do we do?
Well, we can usually find that car in a matter of days.
So you aren't the cheesy car salesman. You're dressed up for Halloween as a cheesy car salesman with
Absolutely.
cheese in your pocket.
Right. So, one of the funny stories I have is, so you walk into the dealer, and let's be honest, they're educated in training to read you, to ask questions, to probe you. So they'll ask you a question.
Glove box.
Not yet. When we ask a question, we're a little unrehearsed here. But anyway, you walk into the dealership and they say, Miss Sabrina, wow, you're looking lovely today. Can I sell you a car today?
Glove box?
No, not yet. But I ask you, this is funny. I ask you, what was the most in your last car? If you had to think back, what was the best thing about your last car?
Glove box.
Oh my gosh. Let me show you the glove box on this car. Look at the fine Italian wood. And it's actually ostrich velvet lined. Look how it illuminates once it's open. This is the glove box for you.
Meanwhile, I'm not even looking for that car. Forget the glove box,
and then next
right?
thing you know, you're like, and you're
Right.
signing something, and you're off and going, what happened? And your friend says, why'd you buy that car? And all you can say is,
glove box.
there you go.
All right, so let me ask you this. So we've got the Painless Purchase Program, which is basically your PPP. It gets people out in 30 minutes or less.
Correct. Your time is valuable.
Sure is.
I should be a service to you, not a hindrance. This shouldn't be a large, painful, time-consuming ordeal. And it's not that everybody's like that.
Let me ask you this, because this is really important. I go and I want to buy a car. Let's say I want to buy a Honda, okay? But I can't afford a brand new Honda. You sell them used, sometimes with
Absolutely.
300-400 miles on them. That's a huge plus
I
for
have a
somebody to
client-
save money.
I have a client, I just found him a car yesterday. He was going to go to a major dealer.
Right.
I won't mention brands, but they quoted him at 19.9, the 2016. Okay, I found him a 2016 with 400 miles on it. I
Which
mean,
is
the
a
car's
brand
been
new car.
abused. I mean, 400
Yeah.
miles. I mean, it's unbelievable. They must have gone to the grocery store at least twice. But anyway, I'm going to sell that car to him for 16.5.
So how much money basically
That's like
can you save?
3,400 plus. Most of them have
That's
about an
a
800 or
huge
900
amount of money.
dealer fee. So that $5,000 or 4,500 is actually what you're going to lose that as soon as you drive off the lot.
So now I can save money by trading in my old car because
Absolutely.
you beat any CarMax estimate. Then if I want any car that I want, if I want a 2013, a 2010, whatever I want, I can come to you and you can help me find it?
Absolutely. And we also have the ability, because we've been doing this so long, we get some really, really gently used cars, I call them. Like example, we have an '01 Porsche Turbo with 12,000 miles on it.
That's
we have
crazy,
a
unheard of.
2004 Corvette Z06 with 9,000
That's
miles.
a great car. Well, you've got a lot of great cars.
So,
I mean, I was at your dealership.
A lot of these cars, have been really like. I honestly can tell you, I swear the guy with the Porsche, he washed it with baby milk and a diaper and cleaned it. It's so perfect. I mean, the car looks brand new.
And you've got also this really awesome bright blue Jaguar 2000.
Oh, yeah.
What year is that? A 13?
It's a 2013 XKRS
and
supercharged.
That's a huge savings for that car too.
That
I mean,
car
it's
was
such a
probably
special car.
136,000 new, and we would retail that car for about 78.
Right. So
and it's got 9,000
that's
miles.
Crazy amounts of money that people
Right.
are saving, thousands and thousands.
Well, I can
and
tell you,
thousands
there's
of
one of those
dollars.
cars in another major dealership in this country. I won't say where, and they're asking $100,000 for it.
Okay, so there you go. Anybody out there that's interested in saving money, you have a car to trade in or you want to buy a car, the phone number again is 561-445-7444, 561-445-7444, and the website, Steve, is
Country Club Autos with an S. And I'll also make a promise to you listeners out there. I promise this outfit will only be worn once a year at Halloween time.
the cheesy. Bring out that cheese from
And
your
then we got-
pocket.
yeah,
He's
we're
got actually. If
cheese.
you guys are listening on your ride home, he's got cheese coming out of his pocket for a cheesy car salesman. And I happen to be dressed as a polo player over here. So we're having fun with you tonight. I hope you're enjoying our show. Steve, tell me something. You also have a charity called Wheels from the Heart, correct?
Correct. Yes, I do.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Wheels from the Heart was founded 4 years ago, and I saw a need to come alongside and protect the women and children. And that actually is a calling on my heart from God, and it's in the Bible.
Sure.
So what I did is I prayed, and next thing you know, people came in my life, and we formed a 501c3. And the reason was I saw a lot of single moms coming in, just struggling to make it, I mean, they're just money is thin, and they're just going from paycheck to paycheck. They're barely surviving. And to buy a car, what happens a lot of times to get their tax return, they go put that tax return down on a car. They end up being charged up to 30% interest, and they're going to fail. And it's basically almost every year they're just going to get a new car. That money that's a tax return that could be saved up is not.
Breaks
and these
my
cars
heart.
break down. So I started this charity to start offering these women cars that, in a way to, a place to get a reliable car, a place to get it repaired with honesty,
and
because
a very
it's used
inexpensive car. So a lot of times, if there is anybody out there that's listening, you want to donate a car, great tax credit, right?
I can tell you,
great
I can
tax
tell
credit
you
for the
out there,
cars.
if you donate a car, it will be, and we will invite you to witness to who it goes to. It will be one of the most memorable experiences that you've ever seen.
It's a tearjerker. I've seen it.
Because it's all of you driving now, we've all probably had cars since we were 16, and we really can't really just relate to not having a car. I mean, some of us can, our car breaks down and it's at the dealer for a day, we freak out. Like, what am I going to do? So if you are out there and you have an older car, trust me, it is a gift. It is a blessing to a single mom. I don't care what you think it's worth.
It also changes the children too, right,
Yeah.
Steve?
Well, the children are the end benefactor, because now mom has an ability to do a lot more. She can get a better job. She can take them to sports. There's just so many doors get open because of a car.
If there's a sponsor out there also listening, if you're a tire, you sell tires, if there's a mechanic or
anything car related, we'd love to have you as a sponsor of the show. We'd love to have you come on. We could talk about, what you do. We could spread, your business and direct our clients.
And they also get
people
a
in.
tax credit in some way along the line as well, which is great. And it's a feel-good opportunity also if there's anybody out there that's doing some sort of an event like a car show or a gala for another charity. We work alongside other charities as well.
Right.
I know that you've worked with Boys and Girls Club, right?
Boys and Girls Club, Dress for Success,
right, Dress for Success,
AVDA, Family Promise. I mean, we're all helping. It's all the same, a lot of the same people. And so, no pun intended, I'd like to say we're a wheel. And in a wheel is a spoke. And if one of the spokes breaks, the wheel goes flat. So if we help them get dressed and we educate them and they get a job,
they need
if
to
they
get
can't
there,
get
right?
there,
Yeah,
forget
exactly.
it. If they can't get to training, they can't get it. People don't understand the bus system down here is a grid.
That's
and
right.
if the job does not fall within that grid, they can't. It's a job that they probably can't take, and it might be better hours, it might be a better condition, working conditions, more upward mobility, better pay, but they can't take it. So then they're stuck in a job that's just draining them.
And imagine that's even in a big city. I mean, unless you're in like New York. I used to live in New York, and the public transportation system's awesome there. But if you're in a smaller city, you're basically, I don't know how these single moms do it. And a lot of times, somebody was telling me a story the other day that this one woman was with a man, was married to a man, and he was taking care of her and providing for her, because when you have kids, it's really hard. You have to take care of those children.
Sure.
And so she was basically at his mercy. He started abusing her, and she was stuck. To feed her kids, she couldn't leave, and she didn't have a car. So it's really something that is tough. I mean, it takes a lot of strength for a lot of these women to leave abusive relationships.
Well, one of our big things in the United States is we talk about freedom. We have the freedom of religion, the freedom of speech, the freedom of
Right.
of freedom. I mean, that's what we did. We broke away from the British. It became free, and so now a car is instant freedom. It just opens doors. I mean, I challenge all the listeners out there that what have you done in the last week in your car? Where did you go? What did you do? What did you get? What did the kids see? What did you see? What did I can go on and on. Your animals, they get to go to. I mean, think about it. Without a car, all those things go away. And now, how does your week look?
I agree. And, again, when you're in a smaller city, you don't have public transportation that runs, every half hour, every 20 minutes. And if it rains or if it snows, there's so many different factors that people don't realize. They really don't realize it.
Well, and let's be honest, there's some things that go on outside of this, in the world that we really don't like. But a single mom sitting at a bus stop, and some of these women have to work at night, and they don't have a choice. So they're sitting duck. They're sitting target. They're sitting there at night at a bus stop waiting for the bus, and they're an open target.
If anybody wants to call into the show, ask any questions about how to purchase a car, how to donate a car, or how to anything car related, actually. And if you're a single mom out there or a sponsor, the number is 561-995-8255. That's 561-995-8255. Again, 561-995-8255. Steve,
also,
yes.
Our website's up now, wheelsfromtheheart.org. We had a wonderful gentleman, Tanner, and he donated the website to work on our website for us, and he's a very talented man. You can see his information on the bottom of our website. So if you need a website design, I would highly, 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 highly recommend this young man. He's extremely gifted, and he made, I'm so speechless when I see the website. And you can actually go on the website, you can donate whatever you feel, $1 a month, $100, $5, anything you feel, because we need to build up this organization. This organization is in the community. We are in our community making a difference. There have been women that came to us, and they were in nursing school, about ready to quit. They couldn't make it. I have a car. I'm sharing a car. My mother, my sister, myself. I can't juggle school. I can't juggle kids. They got a car. I have 3 girls. We have 3 girls that have graduated nursing school because of a car donation from another family that gave this car. Now those women are in our city, and they're serving others well. They're in the hospital as nurses, paying it forward times 10. Think of the people that would have missed out if these girls wouldn't graduate.
Absolutely. And so that is a really important thing. And, I like to also focus on the children, because the children are our future.
Absolutely.
And a lot of these children are so happy with so little. And not to say that it's not a wonderful thing. I'm from Haiti, so, to donate to outside the United States, I think anybody that's giving, nobody ever gets poor by giving, right?
Absolutely.
But I think what Wheels from the Heart is doing is phenomenal, because you are making a difference for a child's life.
Right.
And so why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about that?
I just thought of a great jingle.
What's that?
Give up a meal, give someone some wheels.
There you go. See?
So you just go out less one time for dinner, and you just give up some meals, and you can give some girls some wheels.
There you go. Well, I think it's a wonderful thing what you're doing. And going back to what the plight of a single mom. So she has a job, and she's on the bus. And what are some of the stories? I mean, without obviously saying any of the women's names, because that would be inappropriate. But what is some of the stories that you've heard?
Oh, I've heard all kinds of stuff. I mean, from harassed to followed to picked on, the bus is late, then the next bus they have to catch.
Right.
And it's not like the bus goes from A to Z, like, okay, I'm getting on the bus and it takes me close to my
Sure.
house. Some of these women have to catch 2, 3, 4 buses.
Right.
And that's a 2.5 hour a day ordeal. Times 2 is 5, times 5 is 25. That's basically from Monday morning at 9 o'clock till Thursday at 10 a.m. on a bus.
And they
I mean,
do
that
it
time.
religiously, right? They're
Yeah.
there with a smile on their face. I believe we have a caller calling in right now. Is the caller online? I think her name is Sandra, if I'm not mistaken. You there,
Yes.
Sandra? Hello?
Yes, I'm Sandra. I'd like to make a comment on We from the Heart. I'm a single mother, and I had to raise my 2 girls by myself without the help of anybody, financially or otherwise, no help. And I had to work sometimes up to 3 jobs to be able to help my kids. Having to be at work at 8 o'clock in the morning after dropping the kids with all their needs for the day. It has been a very difficult thing. And without a car, it is extremely impossible for anybody to ever spend any nice, good time with their children without being stressed out and all, right?
Sure.
So I think it is a beautiful, beautiful thing that they're doing. Because nowadays, especially, it is a necessity to have a car. It's not a luxury. It is a necessity. Between buses and having to wait in the bus under the rain sometimes, it has been a nightmare all my life. So I really would like, from the bottom of my heart, I really wish to thank them for such a wonderful thing that they're doing. And I do wish that when I needed it, when my kids were small, I wish I had that offered to me. I really, again, thank them from the bottom of my heart. This is a beautiful thing. It is not a luxury. It is a necessity to have a car here.
Amen.
That's what
Wow.
I had to say.
Thank you so
All right.
much, Sandra. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for your heartfelt
and God-
emotions.
Thank you. And God bless you.
And
Okay,
Sandra,
thank you
I
so
just
much.
want to, Sandra, I
Thank you.
just want to commend you for raising your 2 children on your own, and what a blessing you were to those daughters. I'm sure they're strong, wonderful, beautiful people because of you and the willingness that you stood up to make them a better life.
Yeah, well, God blessed me. God blessed me with, beautiful, fantastic children. But it was not easy. It has been, a terrible, terrible time for me, having to run and wait in the bus stops and really the time that I had to spend with them was more stressful than anything at the end of the day. So, it's not a good thing. If you want to spend a good time for the kids, even if you work, it's okay, but you need to be able to be free to spend the time and help them with their homework and love. But without a car and the stress, it's very difficult. So
Thank you
keep
so
up the
much,
good work.
Sandra, for calling in. We truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
night.
you so
God
Good
bless.
much, okay? Okay, bye-bye.
So, again, if there's anybody out there that's listening, that was just a complete heart-wrenching understanding of the plight that a lot of these single moms go through. And not giving up is really paramount, don't you think?
Absolutely. And, as things just come on my heart, I want to share, and I'm sure there's people out there that know people or they are people, like if they work for FP&L. FP&L has all these corporate vehicles that eventually they have to dispose
right.
of. Maybe we can get a couple of them donated. The city of Palm Beach, the city of Delray, the city of Deerfield, all have vehicles, and they're well-maintained vehicles.
Yes,
so,
they are.
maybe there's something there. Maybe there's body shop owners out there that get some cars that get banged up, and, we can fix them up and put them together. And, we've done that before. And, what some of us think is not a great car is a gift and a life to a
sure
single mom.
is. A lot of these cars are probably, 2004, 2005, 2007, 2008, right?
Oh, and we get some cars, like we got a 98 Toyota the other day. It only had 90,000 miles on it. I mean, that car will do another 150,000 miles easily as long as you
Which
change
will change a life.
change a life. That's like a 5-year turnaround for a single mom.
Sure.
Just takes that pressure off that they don't have a car payment, they don't have any problems, or kids are there, get to go places. It's just I can't even.
I think it's awesome. I mean, if anybody's out there listening, people have been calling in. Thank you for your support. Thank you for sharing your heart and your stories with us, because it's a real feel-good message to be able to say that, people are down and out. And I like to say a lot of these women have no voice.
Correct.
So you're really giving a voice to the voiceless.
Right, and we're hand up, not a handout.
Right.
You know, we come alongside women that are really deserving of help.
Like this beautiful woman that just called, she worked 3 jobs.
Wow.
We're not talking somebody that is not willing to put in the work and be a mother.
Right.
So it's just amazing to see how resilient the character and the heart is of a mother.
Oh, the women we've been blessed in 20 months, we've been able to provide 38 cars. And I can tell you, every one of those cars is still on the road. Everything's going well. The women their lives have been propelled from what the kids are doing now. And I've seen a difference in the children that come in because we welcome as a family. We invite them back. We want to see what's going on. We want to see where we can help and offer things. And, you know, like I said, we collaborate with different organizations. Just because we maybe don't give the Achievement Center cars, we can also introduce the moms with their children to the Achievement Center, or the moms and their children to the Boys and Girls Club or the YMCA or karate teachers or whatever, because we want to continue to stay in their life. All we want as people is love. And we want to be surrounded by other people that love us. And if we can just surround ourselves with these people, love can just changes everything.
It absolutely does, and so many songs have been written about that. So, again, the website is www.wheelsfromtheheart.org, wheelsfromtheheart.org. The phone number is 1-844-GIVE-WHEELS, 1-844-GIVE-WHEELS, and I am just absolutely blown away with all of the beautiful, amazing things that you're doing to transform children's lives first, and obviously the resilient single mom that is making a difference that does not have a car. Once again, if somebody is wanting to walk alongside and be a sponsor, how can they go about doing that?
Well, for Wheels from the Heart, you know, you can call the 844-GIVE-WHEELS. You can also call the other office, which is the 445-7444, 445-7444. That's 561. You know, we're looking for partners for the radio show. We'd love to expose your business. We'd love to get other people that share our vision and dream. You know, it takes a village, you know, to raise the children.
Sure does.
So those are things we want to do. And we have, you know, a saying that's kind of reflects in the Bible. And basically it says, if we can provide, if we give a woman, a single mother and her children, a ride to work, she'll work for a day.
Yes.
But if we give a single mother and her children a car, she can drive for a better life. That's biblical. It's
yes.
So.
Well, again, thank you so much. Wheelsfromtheheart.org, wheelsfromtheheart.org. That's www.wheelsfromtheheart.org. We're having a blast here. It's Halloween
and remember,
soon.
Run away from the cheesy car guy.
Yes, and if you want to buy a car or if you want to give a car, it's Stephen Muschlitz, and your phone number is 561-445-7444. 561-445-7444.
And there's a famous local giant dealer that uses this tactic. He says, call me, the dealer's always in. Well, that's my personal cell phone number. So everybody, if you need that, you can reach me at any time. And if I can answer any questions, I'm more than happy to. It's not always about generating a sale. If I can educate you and making a good decision and I can't provide you with that, I'm more than happy for people, because eventually we'll find a way to do business.
Right. And my name is Sabrina Barnett. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate your time this evening. Hope you're not stuck in too much traffic. And if you're watching us on TV, hello and goodbye, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween. Cheesy guy.
You have been listening to the Wheels from the Heart Show with your host, Sabrina Barnett. Join us next week at 5:30 on AM 1470 WNN. Want to donate and maybe be on the show? Sabrina loves meeting people. Find out how you could meet Sabrina and be part of our show. Give and share your compelling stories. Single moms need your help. Sabrina invites you to see the show on our website. See you next week. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management,